Hello there, Palmdale Slim coming at you. It's celebration today. Another milestone reached for my channel. We're at 300 subscribers. So I try to do a show each time we have another 100. This is the third one I'm going to be doing, and I'm excited about that. So thank you all for listening and for subscribing. And if this is the first time that you're here, thank you for stopping by. We're going to play several songs today, all original stuff, plus a blues that I'm going to do right on the spot. And we'll talk about what the theme is in just a moment. But we're going to get right into it with a song I wrote last summer called "I'm Over It." I know it's not how I feel, but I'll say it till it's real. You say it's no big deal. Yeah, it's like an onion you won't peel. Well, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm over it. Once upon a time, life was safe and sublime. Now it seems to be a crime to wanna give a lousy dime. Well, I'm over it. Yes, I'm over it. If you're looking for someone to blame, all you have to do is remember your name. Then make your bad intentions tame, and I'll try to do the same. The next time you're at a party, don't try to be such a smarty. Your fake laugh's a little too hearty. Nobody likes you but Artie. Well, I'm over it. Yeah, I'm over it. The moral of the story is not violent or gory. But next time you're feeling sorry, yeah, remember not to worry. Just say I'm over it. Just tell yourself I'm over it. 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 All right, I'm over it. That's a song I wrote last summer after a 5-year absence of any song being able to come into my head. My beautiful goddaughter, Robin, was here at the house, and we were in here in this very room, and we were talking about stuff, and I showed her some lyrics I'd written, and because I printed it out from an email, it had the date on it, and it was 5 years ago, and back then. And she said, "Neil, this is 5 years old." And it just really got me started. And about 2 or 3 weeks later, I'd been thinking about writing songs and had written some chords for that particular song, which I've done here before, called Edge of the World. Anyway, we were texting each other because she's 24 now, just had a birthday last week. And, we talk a lot that way. So we were talking about something that we were irritated about, that she was irritated about, I was too. And at one point she texted me, "I'm over it." And that got me going, and I wrote that song. And she's been my muse. I have written, ever since the dam broke last summer, I have written, I don't know, I know it's over a dozen songs. And I've got another 6 that I've got lyrics for, and no music yet. And then, I don't know, another 8 to 10 where I have ideas. And it's just the dam burst, and it was a little nudge from my beautiful goddaughter Robin that started it. So I thank her. And anyway, I dedicate this show to her today. I've done that before because, she's the reason I'm getting all this stuff done that I've always wanted to be able to do. And anyway, we got 300 subscribers. That's why we're doing this. Every time another 100 pops up, and it's basically been one a month. So I'm thinking 7 months from now, I'll be at that 1,000 that I've been looking to get to, which is very cool. And so today we're going to just celebrate that, doing a few songs, a couple I've done before. We're going to do I guess what you could call, I call it the walk and talking blues now. That's what I have named my blues that, I just dropped everything. Got to have my music here. Anyway, we're doing the walk and talking blues, which is basically a improvised blues that I'll be doing today about a subject. I'll tell you about it in just a moment. But we're going to do a song here that speaking of songs that I wrote, and when I got back to this whole thing where I started writing again, I started looking at old songs. And this was the very first set of lyrics I ever wrote. And I didn't think it was any good, so it sat around for over 20 years. And then last summer, I was looking for stuff to put to music as I was learning to play the guitar. You can tell I'm not the most adept yet, but I'm getting there. Played piano for 54 years and harmonica for 45 or something like that. So I'm way behind on guitar. But as I was learning it, I said, hey, I'm going to write that song. And so I found some chords, and I have a song here. And I really like it. And it's called "The Devil Woke Me Last Night." The devil woke me last night, rapping on my front door. The devil woke me last night, rapping on my front door. I said, go away, my friend, don't come around here no more. He said, what's the matter, son? You know I've been here before. He said, what's the matter, son? You know I've been here before. You know you want to let me in. Just pull the latch on that door. Well, I tossed and I turned while he kept rapping on the door. Well, I tossed and I turned while he kept rapping on the door. I wish the morning sun would come and free me from this pain once more. Well, listen up, my friends, don't let the devil in your door. Well, listen up, my friends, don't let the devil in your door. Well, he'll change you and he'll bleed you till your folks don't know you no more. Now don't let the devil in your door. Don't let the devil in your door. Don't let the devil in your door. Yeah. Don't let the devil in your door. Yeah, that's a song. It's an old blues tradition, right? Songs about the devil and whatnot. And that was sort of the thing I was going for. But you know, the reality is, I don't know if I really believe in a personage who is the devil per se. For me, it's more symbolic than anything. And that song really is more about, not really about the devil, but more about temptation. The song he says, "Oh, go away, my friend. Don't come around here no more." That means he's been there. And that means he's been tempted before, but he's trying to push it away. And that's what the whole song's about, of course. And it's about temptation. And that's kind of the little mini theme I got going today. It's going to be about temptation because I like to put themes together. I think it makes it more fun to experience things when you have a reason for everything. And, well, why are we playing this song as opposed to that and whatnot? So what I'm going to do is a little improvised blues here, and it's going to be called the Temptation Blues. And I'm going to be just coming up with stuff. I've been thinking about it for a day or two. Just getting the old harmonica ready there. I like to play some harp on the rack while I'm playing these things. And let's see what we're going to come up with here today. So anyway, been practicing this for a couple of days. The Temptation Blues from Palmdale Slim. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We already got 306. Got the Temptation Blues. I got the Temptation Blues. Yeah, I got the Temptation Blues. Yeah, temptation. Temptation comes in many flavors. More flavors than they got Ben and Jerry's ice cream. Yeah, you got temptation to big and small things, right? Yeah, you might be tempted. Oh, I'm gonna have another piece of cake. I know I should. Oh, maybe you're gonna be tempted. Hey, nobody's around. I'm gonna drive my car really fast. Well, you could get in trouble for that. The cake, man, maybe not so much trouble, just maybe you just don't have the willpower you thought you had. That's what temptation's about a lot of times, it's just how much willpower you got. We like to call temptation something other than what's going on between our ears. Yeah, it's a devil. That's what he made me do it. Not the guy that's between these ears and behind this eyes and nose, right? No. It's somebody else. Adam and Eve made us do it. They're the ones. What a story, right? About temptation. No, they're not tempted. They're running around the Garden of Eden. Ain't got a stitch of clothing on. Are they tempted by each other? No. They're tempted by a snake and an apple. You can't have this apple. You can do whatever you want, but you just can't eat this thing. Well, don't tell them that. What'd you do that for? You knew what was going to happen. When you say you knew, I don't know who it is. It's just whoever set the thing up. Yeah. I got the Temptation Blues. I'll tell you the news. I got the Temptation Blues every day of my life. Sometimes it's big, sometimes it's small. Yeah, there used to be a band in the 80s, remember, called Squeeze. They had a song called Tempted. Tempted by the fruit of another. That's a big one in the Temptation Top 10. That's right up there. Yeah, stealing money. It's always a temptation. There's always the finance guy. He's taking care of somebody else's money. He says, oh, maybe just one time. And then one time becomes 20. And then they're trying to tell him why there's no money left. I was tempted. Maybe he's going out with a young woman and he was tempted because he had to buy her nice things, he thought. That happens too. Maybe you're tempted just to have a cigarette when you know you shouldn't. Maybe you're tempted to watch a television show you know is really dumb and stupid and indicates you might not be as smart as you think you are. We all do that. That's what shows like Laverne and Shirley were all about. I don't know what the current example would be. There's a lot of shows on television now, and it's tempting to try to pay for every service there is out there, but you can't. There's too many streaming services, even though it's tempted to have all of them. Yeah, I said it before. Temptation comes in all shapes and sizes and could be bad or good, you don't know. I got the temptation blue. I got the temptation blue. Lord, I got 'em. Temptation blues. Okay, temptation blues. Little impromptu blues there. I like doing those. That's fun. It's a kind of a blues tradition that I enjoy, and I hope you do too. All right, let's see. We did the devil song, right? And now, speaking of temptation, you know, we try to not be tempted by things that we know are bad for us. And some people are good at that, and some people are not so good at it. And some people just don't even care about not being tempted by things and just give in to all temptations. And, a word that used to be used many, many years, let's say 100 years ago, even more, 120 years ago, that used to be used for those kind of person was that was a dissolute person. He is dissolute, which means he's given up and given in to all vices. Well, that's what this next song is about. It's about a gentleman named Dissolute Dan O'Hara. And he is a gentleman who lives in the Yukon at the turn of the last century when there was a gold strike up in Alaska, and a bunch of guys were running up there in spite of the cold and the really harsh condition. I mean, this wasn't the California gold rush, right? Oh, it's in California, Northern California. Gee, it's raining a lot here while we're trying to get gold. No, it was pretty harsh. And so it changed people. And I think more than anything, that's probably what this song is about. It's called Dissolute Dan O'Hara, and I call it A Tale of the Yukon. This tale I tell is one of devotion for a friend in need, and his very strange notion. Frost on the windows and ice in the nostrils. I tell this story and fear the judgment of the apostles. Dissolute Dan O'Hara was a heap of a man, tall with a brown skin of a Yukon tan. His character was vile and low. If he had good qualities, none of us would know. I did what I did and I saw what I saw. Something about it that sticks in my craw. Late one night in our cups at the Malamute, Dan swore me to an oath, strange and resolute. I give you these Dawsons I exchanged with enough dust to purchase a coffin tricked out and well trussed. I bought the coffin next day with Dan's meager haul. He told me to act swiftly if ever he should fall. I did what I did and I saw what I saw. There's something about it that sticks in my craw. 6 years later, on the Lake LaBarge coast, a lady called Lou told how Dan gave up the ghost. He went to his maker out in the great alone, froze in his cabin, his skin hard as bone. 3 weeks it took after I left my sweet Alice. I drove those dogs night after night under Rory Borealis. I dragged that precious coffin and went in a broken window. Poor Dan lay on the floor, legs and arms all akimbo. I did what I did and I saw what I saw. There's something about it that sticks in my craw. Froze is too nice a word for Dan's condition. His legs and arms sticking out in 4 positions. The fireplace in the cabin roared day and night. After a considerable time, Dan hadn't thought a mite. I found an old saw in that cabin in the trace. Out of respect for old Dan, I covered his face. It was tough work going from limb to limb. I saw it from daybreak until the light was dim. His wishes were carried out when I brought him home. Something about it made me want to roam. I reckon with spring he's likely to thaw. The leaves on the trees remind me how hard Dan was to saw. I did what I did and I saw what I saw. There's something about it that sticks in my craw. Yeah, it's kind of a weird song about a guy in the Yukon. It comes from, it's actually, I guess you could say, inspired by the poetry of Robert Service, who was a gentleman that wrote Yukon poems from that era. My grandfather used to recite a poem called The Cremation of Sam McGee. They made him learn it in grade school or something, and they had to recite it. It was about this guy that was up there during the Yukon thing and the gold rush. And he was always cold, always cold. Then he died, and he finally got warm when he was being cremated, and he let anybody know, thanks, I'm finally warm. And being warm is a big thing, especially if you're up there in the Yukon. But it turned out being warm anywhere this past year has been a very big thing, especially, you know, right here in where I live in California, in LA, where it's usually pretty nice. Sometimes we get snow where I live, but at a point in February, in a 7-day period, we had snow 5 days, and I've lived for over 30 years. That never happened. So I said to my wife, sort of at the end of January, I said, you know, I don't care what goes on right now. I just want to be warm. And then I said, you know, that could be a song. That could be a song. And so it is a song. And I'm going to try to play it here today. It's the first time I've played it in one of these deals. And I thank y'all for coming today. It's 300 subscribers now, 306 to be exact. And we're marching to 400. And I'll be, you know, I'm going to sit down tomorrow and put together a little curated music list show, similar to the ones. If you haven't seen them, there's a great one about Buck Owens. There's a great one about my vinyl album collection featuring B.B. King with the song Lucille. All these straight off the vinyl records. There's another one about Junior Wells. And some other great stuff. There's interviews that I did with people like Paul Osher and Jason Ricci, Joe Louis Walker, and others. So check it all out, and thanks for subscribing. And we're gonna get into I Wanna Be Warm. When I was 5, I wanted to be a cowboy. When I was 20, I wanted to be an actor. When I was 30, I was a family man in fine form. Now, in my later years, all I want is to be warm. I want to be warm at night and warm when it's light. I want to be warm when I cook and warm reading a book. I want to be warm in my car and warm looking up at a star. I want to be warm at the store, and I know I can come up with more. I want to be warm with my dog, whether we're in the sun or fog. I want to be warm. I want to be warm at Christmas like the 4th of July. I want to be warm at the movies so I can laugh or cry. I want to be most of all, I want to be warm with you and warm in our bed, and with my touch you'll be glad of what I said. I want to be warm with you until our days are through. I want to be warm. With you until our days are through. I wanna be warm, my car, warm looking up at a star, warm with my dog, whether we're in the sun or fog. I wanna be warm, I wanna be warm with you and all. Thank you, everybody.